probably heard this a lot, this question a lot. You're actually going to play a game. How does it feel?
Oh man, the excitement's real. We can't emphasize that enough. We're ready to go. Like we said, it's been 2 years. We're amped up, so it'll be a good one.
As far as training camp, practices, how have they gone?
It felt like a long one, but it was everything we knew. It was worth it. And like we said, we've been waiting for this, so we've all been locked in. We've all been ready to go, doing everything we can to be, ready for the season.
It's been a while since you played a game. Do you remember how?
Let's hope. Let's hope. No, we'll be good. We just go back to the basics. Trust our responsibilities, and I got no worries. I think we'll be good. We just overthinking stuff here and there, but other than that, just go back to the basics.
Over even between off seasons, there can be a lot of changes for a team. But it's been 2 years since you guys have been able to play another team. How have you guys been able to kind of mitigate the unknowns of what this other team's going to look like?
Right. Well, it goes for everyone. There's a lot of unknowns, but like I said earlier, just go back to what we know and do our best preparation for the team, and whatever happens because we don't know. Like I said, the rosters might have changed a bunch or new staff, whatnot. So, like I said, control the controllables and just hope to do our job and come out victorious.
How much can you guys look to what your opponent was like 2 years ago to gauge what they'll be like 2 years?
Right. I think we got a little film from them from their spring scrimmage. So we're going off that. That's what they ran back in 19. It would have been. So we got an idea. Just like I said, the roster might be a little unknown just because a lot of new guys been around.
How does this team match up against them?
I think we got a great shot. We don't take any team lightly, and I think we'll be solid.
What is Emporia State looking to prove in week one that'll hope to translate for the rest of the season?
I think a lot of teams are sleeping on us. We got some stuff to prove. It's been 2 years, and we got some guys that are kind of unknown, and they're gonna come out. I think we're gonna make plays, and we're gonna shock a lot of teams out here.
My only question is, I'm asking you to look in the future a little bit. What do you think it's going to feel like the first time you get out there on the field, under the lights, with fans, for something that really matters?
It'll be surreal, that's for sure. It'll take a little bit to get settled in. You don't want to, like I said, get too amped up, and calm down and do your job. It's as simple as that. You don't want to do too much. That's when mistakes start happening. You start overthinking. But go back to the basics. I like to say that. So.
All right, we good?
Thanks, Dawson. Good luck
Right on.
Saturday.
Appreciate it.
Well, Braden, game number 1. Are you nervous?
I don't think I'm nervous, but I think you get that excitement, butterfly feeling. I think the butterflies have already hit. You're just I'm so ready to play again. We're all ready and excited to just be out there on the field again.
This year, you're the number 1 guy going into the season. In 2019, you kind of worked your way up to that and were able to start a couple of games. Is there a different mentality, a different approach that you're taking to these games?
No, it's more just doing what I'm taught to do. We have our reads, we have our system and our offense, and I just got to go out there and execute what's called and just do what we do.
Talking about executing what's called, you've had basically a whole year to be in the playbook and practice in the playbook. How beneficial has that been for you?
For me and the entire team, it's been huge. I think we all have a better understanding of the offense and knowing when certain things break down, we know what to do to overcome that. I think we've all just grown as a team and more mature, so we understand what's going on out there on the field a lot more.
As far as the practices and the training camp, how much has that maybe helped you, maybe, I won't say relax, but maybe feel more comfortable with what you're going to face Saturday?
Well, when you go against a defense like ours for the whole year and a half now, you feel pretty confident just knowing what they can do and how you're running, performing against our defense. It gives you confidence carrying over into games because you're going against the best guys in the league. So that just carries over into the games.
When it comes to making your reads, especially when you're throwing the football, Has the game slowed down for you in that area?
I think so. I think I'm more comfortable back there, just not 19-year-old kid anymore. I mean, like 2 years is a long time, and you just really you get a feel for. Well, I was doing this then, and now I fixed it. I know what to do right here if my read's not there, and I just feel a lot more comfortable back there. And the line's been doing great, making me feel comfortable. So that's about it.
You know, it's been quite some time since you guys have been able to see your opponent playing in an actual game. 2 years, a lot of things can change over
Right.
this time period. So how have you guys been mitigating this problem of like, hey, we just might not really know what it's going to look like?
Yeah, I think it's we have rules for everything. So if they're in a different defense than what we thought, we still just trust our rules and we trust our plays and how we need to do them and execute them. I don't think anything is gonna throw us off completely, but we are ready for if they do something different.
Yeah, as Coach Higgins been talking a little bit about, hey, if they're presenting us this certain look, we might have to like change everything entirely.
Not necessarily everything entirely, but we will want to run different things if they're in a different defense than what is seen on tape. So I think we're still ready for everything they throw at us.
So coming into week one, what kind of things are y'all looking to prove to the rest of the MIAA?
We're not really looking to prove anything to anybody else. It's more to ourselves and, you know, just going out there, getting that confidence of playing a game again, like just being out there and just, you know, just playing ball, just having fun with it. I think that's what, not necessarily we have to prove, but we just got to go out there and have fun and execute. And I think that'll be a big key to us winning.
My question is again, putting you forward a little bit. It's Saturday night, lights are on, everything. You gonna be on offense first, or you gonna be on defense first? Would you rather get out there right away, or do you want to kind of settle in a little bit?
Either one's fine with me. I like getting the ball first. I like scoring first, but I also like watching getting a stop. But I'm ready for either one. You know, I'm really just excited to be out there anytime.
Good. Everybody good?
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
You know,
Well, my first question, Coach, are you ready for some football?
Greg, let me ask you this. What do you think? I mean, like, seriously, like, yes, we are all ready. Everybody's ready. Everybody in the league's ready, you know, so like I've told somebody before, I'm not going to need to go in the locker room and give some type of rah-rah speech. You know, these guys are going to be ready to go play a game.
What is it you like about this team as you get ready for game number one? What are some of the things you like about it?
I think that this team, man, they work really hard. They're committed. They care. They care about one another. They care about the program. They want to be the best that they can be. You know, and I'm talking about, you know, the majority of our players and kind of how they are. I thought they did a great job. Everything that we've asked our players to do here at Emporia State, our players have done. From last year to the COVID testing, to this year to the COVID testing, to wearing masks and vaccinations. I mean, we have a high percentage right now with that. I think we're close to 90%. So, yeah, I'm proud of this football team. That's why I know they're ready to play, because they've done everything we asked for themselves to get this opportunity.
I'll ask a fan question now. Do you have playmakers?
Well, that's a great question. I think that we do. Again, I think we have playmakers that nobody knows about yet. You know, and then a lot of the guys, you know, they don't have much experience. And I'm talking about the offensive guys. Some of those guys made some plays when they were young, you know, or in 2019. So, yeah, I think so. I think we're getting I really feel like we're getting back close to having the type of players that we need on offense, and the players that we've had before in the past that, you know, make you pretty good offensively. So, yeah, I do. And I think defensively we do, because that's where our veterans are at. You know, those guys have been making plays over there for a while.
So it's been a couple of years since the team that you're playing, you've been able to see them in a game. So how difficult is it to mitigate this problem of like, hey, we just haven't seen them in an actual game for a couple of years, so we don't really know what exactly it's going to look like?
Yeah, I think that's, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I think that's always a problem first game. Unless you're playing a team that really the staff's been intact, and it's so you kind of deal with that anyway, because if a coaching staff has changed, they got a new coordinator. Now, of course, this year's different because everybody's had a whole year, except really for I think 3 teams in our league, as far as being able to see each other like competitively. So it's different. I think you prepare like you would any other time that you have to deal with a new staff change or new coordinators. You try to get as much information as you can, and you prepare your guys the best way you can, and hopefully you have packages, and I feel like we do, defensively and offensively, that if we need to make adjustments or things, we may see something that we're not prepared for, I guess, because you can't prepare for everything. You're not going to be good at anything. So I think for us is going back to our rules and our basic fundamentals can, get us through if something like that happens.
So is there a chance that, if they present some type of look that this team would have to just completely throw everything out the window to try to find something new on the fly?
You talking about us?
Yeah.
No, that's not. No, we would, again, within the framework of our scheme, offensively and defensively, we feel confident enough that we would be able to adjust within our system.
So, something I've been asking the guys that have been cycling in here is just what exactly is this team looking to prove to the rest of the MIAA? Dawson was saying something to the effect of people have been sleeping on us. We want to prove that we're a lot better than we think. What do you think this team is hoping to prove?
That we can win. I mean, when you go play every week, to me, you're trying to prove something. You want out to win a football game. So I don't look into all that. Yeah, we were 4-7 in 19. I can't even believe I brought it up because that was so long ago. Doesn't matter, so we got a clean slate. So something to prove to me is going out and proving to your teammates and to your coaches that you're ready to play. You're going to play the right way and, play with great effort, execute to give us the best opportunity to win the game, So all the other stuff, like I said, hey, we're just trying to win week 1, be the best we can be, worry about the things that are important, and that's what I've talked to the team about. How much face paint you put on, or what you're listening to before the game, and all the noise that you're talking. Hey, none of that matters. What matters is what you do as an individual, and how you prepared yourself, and are you disciplined enough to make sure you don't forget all the things that you're told because you're excited about playing a game and the lights are on and you hadn't got to do this in a full year. Those are the things that I want to prove. I want those guys to prove to me that they're going to go out and do those things. That's what I'm looking to prove, so.
One other thing, just a clarification. You and the other guys had mentioned whenever I asked about the adjustments type of thing, whether or not the confusion of not knowing the other team, what they might present, is the sticking to the rules that you guys have. I wonder if you could expand upon what exactly that looks like.
Well, just like within your system, like with say for our receivers, they have rules that I may say something, like capped or uncapped, or where's the space at? The quarterbacks are, space, overhanging safety, things like that kind of help us to understand what a defense is doing, because a defense can only do so much too. And again, we're playing a team that has their staff or their head coach has been there now. It's his second year. So, and they've had a whole year to practice. They're not going to just overhaul, change everything, because number one is if I'm a new coach and I know JJ and they want to get good at what they're doing. They want to develop a foundation. They want to have an identity, so, I'm sure they're going to be different in some areas. We're going to be different in some areas, but we're going to stick to, our main identity, I guess you might say. So, again, I don't even know if I'm answered your question correctly, but if they give us 2 safeties, 3 safeties, or 1 safety, it shouldn't matter to us based off what our play call is. We have rules if we see something like that,
My last question for you: everybody else in the league starting tonight. Is that kind of good? You gonna watch any of that, or what are you gonna
Yeah, I think I would like to a little bit. I'm a football fan, and that was one of the things I was able to do last fall. Is I was able to be a football fan. I was able to watch NFL games that I've never been able to watch before, and listen to all the goofy snap counts they have, and I would be interested in watching some games tonight, relaxing tonight. It's the thing that I've had to adjust to, and what's funny about it is I've been coaching now for over 25 years. I've been a head coach for almost 20 years maybe, or 19, I don't know, but Don, you'd know that answer. But I still, and we didn't play, so I have to go back and think about, all right, our first road game, am I forgetting anything? And you'd think I've done it long enough that it'd be like clockwork, but it's something that I do worry about. So it's been pretty hectic this week, but tonight be able to relax, hopefully be able to watch some games. I didn't realize that everybody was playing on Thursday night, and we were the only ones playing on Saturday night. So everybody get a chance to watch us, I guess.
One last thing. Today you announced the establishment of the Steve Henry Award. Just talk about what this award means and what it's for.
Yeah, that, when that unfortunate event happened, and, I think, it took a while for everybody because Steve was such a great person. And I enjoyed his company. I enjoyed his company at practice. He was a great fan. He was a great player back in the day, but he was also just a great supporter of Emporia State Athletics and a great friend and a fan. And I just wanted to do something, not just put a sticker on the helmet, or we wanted something that's going to last. And we don't have an award within this football program that distinguishes a certain individual. And I thought this is the time to do that. And the winner will be, somebody that exemplifies all of the traits that Steve carried with himself. And I've had an opportunity to visit with his wife, Becky, and talk about those traits and the ones that I felt like that he showed. And we kind of come up with this award, and I think it's going to be a great thing, and it's going to be a way to honor Steve and his legacy and the type of person that he was. So it was very, very important, not only to me but our football program, to establish this award.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right, fellas.
Thanks, Coach.